you had a conversation, with your significant other with expectations and
Right.
what you're diving into. So why don't we start with that, man, and then just kind of go over your process on what works for you as far as how that's gone so far, and why, if you're fucking listening, get excited because Eli's going to talk.
Yeah. So for me, really, I've always been entrepreneurial and driven and stuff like that. But I knew when I got licensed and had the intention of kind of like creating this real estate team.
And just for folks that don't know us inside of real estate, that's a license as far as a real estate broker.
Correct. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. Thank you. That this was going to be like next level for us and require a ton of commitment. And I had a conversation with my wife, Megan, and we were talking about goals. Like, hey, babe, what are your financial goals? And she kind of talked about her dreams and then I talked about mine, and okay, great. We both want the same things, right? And we knew when, this was before we had our son, we knew that when we have children that she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. So we knew that we needed income to be able to provide for all of us. So we both had the same goals as far as like dreams, as far as income. And then we had the discussion of, okay, babe, like this is what this is going to take. And what that looked like was, I don't know how many hours I'm going to have to be working. I'm not putting a number on it. It could be all of them. But also, I'm like, I need 5 years. Like, give me a solid 5 years in the beginning of just this freedom, just to have to not worry about you and the kids and just work and just be okay working. I'll be as present as I can, as often as I can.
Yeah.
But outside of that, this is what it's going to take.
Super important because I think this is where a lot of us guys or girls make a mistake. You put a time on it, right? So, hey, I'll be home at 6. Kind of your fault, like whether you've discussed this with her or not, him or her.
Classic mistake.
But just,
Classic mistake.
And we're kind of laughing right now because like the elephant in the room is like you and I making that mistake several times, and now they laugh at us and they think we're full of shit, and they're super right because that's never happened. But learning from those mistakes the best that you can, but putting that time stamp on there, I think, is mistake numero uno. And secondly,
you're not talking about the deadline. You're talking about,
I'm talking about like what time you're gonna be home at night, and
right.
and sometimes I don't even ask you, but you're just like, hey babe, throughout your day, right? You're texting, hey babe, cool. Hey, we should be done with this in about an hour, and I'll be home by 6.
and then some bullshit comes up.
But here's my deal:
something
should you
important.
even be home by 6? So if you're
Right.
trying to maximize your weekend, or if you're trying to maximize the time that you are going to be home, then you got to maximize the time that you're working.